Okay, today we're doing some potato harvesting. As you can see, the plants are looking a little bad because they're dying back because the potatoes are ready. So, and we have a few more that we want to get in the ground, so we want to kind of pull them for a fall harvest. But we're kind of working against the weather here. It's a little scary looking, but so far, look at that. Getting decent potatoes. Pretty excited. It's our first potatoes ever. Sorry if you can hear the thunder. It's a little scary. And you can see our tomatoes. Unfortunately, they're suffering from whatever it is. It's a blight or something. We sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. We tried peroxide. We tried copper. Nothing's really curing it. So I don't know if it's a fungus or if it's a bacteria. I'm not sure, but ooh, look at that guy. He's a big one. He's a really big one. This is what, so yeah, there's maybe not a lot per plant, but that's like what, 3 plants? And they're working on the 3rd plant still. So, not too shabby. And it's just us 3, so we don't have to have a whole lot of food. I guess I can show you a little bit of the growth that's been going on while they work on that. So, again, you can see our poor tomatoes over here suffering. You can see our watermelon patch is kind of gone crazy. We've removed the hose from it because I expect that these will be ready sometime next week to harvest some. We've got quite a few little watermelons around here. There's one right there that's pretty big. We did our onions, still meh. Some of them are starting to bulb out, but I'm not sure. I probably didn't do something quite right. Our celery is getting there. We have a couple stalks that are almost ready to harvest. You can see down there. It's getting there. We harvested a bunch of carrots. Most of them were small. Again, it's our first year doing carrots. We put them too close together. So these ones we're kind of letting go to seed, so we'll just have plenty of carrots going forward. All of our peppers have gone crazy. These banana peppers and even the Corno de Toros, although we didn't end up with very many of those plants, they just put out peppers like you would not believe. We've harvested so many. I've canned banana peppers twice. Oops, some lightning over there. And the jalapenos, I mean, I've definitely never seen so many. We just finally ate some last night because they were too hot for us, so we soaked them in milk and made poppers out of them and took almost all the heat away so we could actually eat them. And we've gotten so many bell peppers off here too. Yeah, this little bell pepper plant never recovered. And this guy's kind of funny looking. He's turning a little yellow. I'm not sure what's going on with him. He was like the most full one. Oh, there's a pretty big zucchini down there. I want to. Okay. And you can see our zucchini plants are massive. Look at that nice potato. That's a perfect potato right there. Okay, so you can see that our zucchini plants are looking amazing. These 2 here did not suffer any damage from the vine borer. We lost 1 plant altogether that had to be pulled up. There was too much damage. And this one also was damaged. And I put a bunch of dirt, not very well, because this one was just a tangled mess. But we think it might recover. This one had a lot of damage as well. This one lost most of its leaves down there, as you can see, and they're looking really kind of beat up. So we just basically put the, oh, did I see? No, it's some kind of a gross bug down there. But so we basically ran the vine along the ground, cut the fabric, and it's got a few staples in there. And this is all new growth from that. Hopefully it will continue. My dog hates thunder. I know, Rock, it's all right. Go in a minute. And this one also had vine borer damage. We pulled a couple borers out, but I think those might be little roots trying to come out and touch the dirt. That's all you can do, really. They're long enough and big enough that they could touch the ground, so we just cut the fabric and let them touch the ground. Look at this, you guys. This is one cherry tomato plant. It went absolutely nuts. Now, these had suffered, like you can see my poor mortgage lifters down here. They have beautiful tomatoes. I mean, look at the size of this guy. It's huge, right? Like, that's, by the time it's done, that could be a 2-pound tomato. But the plants don't do well. They are very susceptible to disease in my area. So, yeah, again, you can see how big these are. They're beautiful, but I'm not going to grow these again. This is the second year in a row. This is what happened. And it spread through the cherry tomatoes. But the cherry tomatoes, I sprayed a few times, and they still have some signs of disease, but they've basically outgrown most of it, and they're doing just fine. While the other tomato plants are starting to really defoliate everywhere, these guys are doing fine. Like I said, there's definitely some disease in here, but it's not too bad. So we're gonna have a ton of cherry tomatoes. We've been harvesting off those. You can see our cucumbers look awesome. This whole row is cucumbers. We've gotten so much. I've canned some pickles already. See, we just kind of got them hanging all over the place, and there's a ton buried in here. But one thing I found out is if you let a cucumber stay on a plant too long, and it gets too big, and especially if it turns yellow to go to seed, then it signals to the plant that it doesn't have to grow anymore and the plant will die. So I don't know if that's what's happened with this plant, and the one on the end, the one on the very end right there, it's really turning yellow. And so I think that could be what happened, is we were letting the cucumbers get a little too big. So hopefully we'll see, because that's what happened last year, and I tried spraying, I tried all kinds of stuff, and never could really figure out what it was that was wrong. So this year, I just happened to be watching a video, I think it was the Millennial Gardener, and he said if you let that happen, it signals to the plant that it's time to go, basically. You can see we're getting some beans growing in there. They're not quite ready yet. They're starting to grow up through the tomato plants, and they're doing well. The nasturtiums are beautiful, except for the ones that are kind of stuck in there. I don't know. My neighbor's shooting or something. I don't know what's happening. And you can see all of our tomatoes, the San Marzanos, and then these are our mystery tomatoes, which are beautiful. Pumpkins doing amazing. Yeah, had to, yeah. Okay. So this is it then, huh? This is the three plants?
I think it was 4 plants.
4 plants?
Yeah.
Not too shabby. That's a lot.
Oh yeah, we got.
I mean, especially for our first, yeah. We still got, yeah, quite a few potatoes still left in there, and then we got red potatoes that I'm kind of curious about. So you didn't see any chewed ones? Good, because there was.
Didn't even lead anywhere.
Okay, good.
It led from there to about 1.5 feet, maybe in, and then that's it. It didn't go any farther.
Well, that's good. Anyways, yeah, so that's good news. So we've got that's not even half our potato harvest. So I think we'll be set on potatoes for a while once we get them all out. Yep, neighbors over there waving, and then the other neighbors over there shooting something. I don't know what they're doing. You can see our pumpkins are really growing. I've got quite a few decent sized pumpkins in here. And then we have, here's our biggest pumpkin so far, and decent sized. It's like the size of a child's head, I would say. And then got quite a few of these too, Jardale pumpkins. These are going to be our whitish, greenish, bluish pumpkins. And you can see that's like the size of a large tomato, maybe a little bit bigger. And then, yeah, this one, we've done our best to try to tip them up so that they'll be right side up. Oh, this one almost looks like he's turning yellow. I hope he's not. But yeah, everything's really taken off. Even over here with our ugly container, you can see that this thing's gone wild. Now, we had some watering issues. We think it might have been a little over-soaked for a while. And this is basically what my plan was, is to let them hit the ground, root. I kind of dug away the grass down there, let them root in the ground, and continue on. You can see we've started getting cherry tomatoes as well off that. This plant looks a little beat up, but again, I think it's like a watering thing. It's hard to keep this evenly watered. It's either too much or too little all the time. But you can see, got some decent, yeah, this is our weirdo tomato. I won't say what that looks like, but stupid Japanese beetles. And you can see our lettuce has gone overboard. Our one singular little apple tree that made it. There's the flowers in the front. Yeah, I haven't had the extra money for gas for the lawnmower, so we're about to do that. I have 2 days off coming up, so I think this broccoli needs to be cut too. So you can see our broccoli. We've been harvesting some. We've already taken like 2 heads of broccoli off here. I think that one is almost ready to flower, unfortunately. We have one in the fridge that also is like that. Our kale back there, we've harvested quite a bit off that. Even though it's not the right kale, it's looking curlier than it was, which is really weird. Interesting. So, it might get better. We've started harvesting again on the strawberries. They're doing really well, and we're getting tons of strawberries again. So, that weeds are kind of really coming through right there. Yeah, it's looking creepy out here. The apple trees look kind of nasty. The wind is really picking up too. Sorry if you can't hear me. But the apple trees are sprayed with a copper fungicide as well. Yeah, you probably could. It probably is going to rain. Yeah, it's flowered a little. We'll have to have some broccoli and stuff tonight. Yeah, it's a little funny. Oh, look at that storm over there. Jeez.
It's nasty.
Yeah, I just had a dream about tornadoes too, so not feeling too excited about that. Jeez. So yeah, I think we're gonna take this on inside now. It's looking a little scary out here. Show me your hands. Potato harvesting hands.
They're a lot cleaner than they were. I've been sitting there scrubbing at them for a minute.
Yeah. You can see some of the harvest here. This isn't even half of what's actually been harvested. I mean, we have so much. Now, the tomatoes just started, but the cherry tomatoes have been going for a while. So we've got quite a bit of a harvest so far. I mean, that's just incredible. Most of these are jalapenos. There's a couple of green peppers in here, bell peppers, banana peppers. Again, some jalapenos, mostly like the Corno de Toro peppers, because that's what those kind of look like. And then, yeah, some of these, yeah, it matches my fingernails. Yeah, it's pretty. Like, those are the strawberries from, I think, yesterday. And here's some cherry tomatoes. And this is my birthday present from my parents. So, we're starting to fill up. We've got, like, green peppers cut up in there. Just one zucchini half right now because we had it left over. And then this is my cheese fridge, but we decided to just use it for extra veggies. So that's what we got going. We got a lot of food, and I'm very excited and grateful. And yeah, I'll just bring you back when we start doing watermelon and pumpkin and stuff. So, all right, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. God bless.